Good Sunday morning. Welcome back to my channel, Candy's Recovery Journey, where we talk about addiction-related issues and I share what's going on in my life with you. I wanted to read the gist for today, but I want to do it a different way because of what the topic is. The topic is courage to change, which is great because we all could use a little change in these times. But anyways, if I haven't introduced myself, I'm Candy. I'm an addict. I have 23 months clean from heroin, benzos, and alcohol. And I do utilize medication-assisted therapy, which means I do take Suboxone daily. And I have been doing so for the past 23 months with no relapses. That is not to say that, relapse is judged here, because my channel is about no judgments. Whichever path you take to recovery is your business, and I support any and all. I just know, for me, I could not do it alone, and I needed the help, and thank God it was there, and that it has helped me not use. So, like I said, I want to start the gist for today a little bit different, because just the way it starts off. It starts off with reading the Serenity Prayer. So, I'm going to do that, and then I will get into what the topic has to say. So, if you want, repeat along with me. That's great if you do, or just listen to me if you don't want to repeat. The Serenity Prayer goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I find myself saying that many, many times throughout the day, especially when I get frustrated, confused, doubtful, unsure. I turn to my higher power that I choose to call God, and it brings me back to center so that I can continue on. So, with that being said, we're going to jump into the meat and potatoes part of the Just for Today reading. Today being September 20th of 2020. Which means there's only 10 more days in this month, folks. My, how it's flown. Recovery involves change, and change means doing things differently. The problem is, many of us resist doing things differently. What we're doing may not be working, but at least we're familiar with it. It takes courage to step out into the unknown. How do we find that courage? We can look around ourselves at NA meetings. There we see others who found they needed to change what they were doing and who've done so successfully. Not only does that help quiet our fear that change, any change, spells disaster, it also gives us the benefit of their experience with what does work. Experience we can use in changing what doesn't. We can also look at our own recovery experience, even if that experience so far has been limited to stopping the use of drugs. Still, we have made many changes in our lives, changes for the good. Whatever aspects of our lives we have applied the steps to, we have always found surrender better than denial, recovery superior to addiction. Our own experience and the experience of others in NA tells us that changing the things I can is a big part of what recovery is all about. The steps and the power to practice them give us the direction and courage we need to change. We have nothing to fear. Just for today, I welcome change. With the help of my higher power, I will find the courage to change the things I can. I really liked that. I like most of the Just for Today readings because at some point I find that when I'm struggling and I think nothing's going right and everything's against me, you know, I know that once I open that Just for Today reading, I'm gonna get something out of that. You know, and I feel that that's another way my higher power works in me when I start doubting everything. Is, okay, it's time to read my meditation. And I usually get a very good message out of that. Excuse me. No, I don't have it. I won't say the word, but I don't have it. I smoke. That's changing soon. Stay tuned for that journey. If I start acting like a crazy person, well, now you'll know why. But, having the courage to change, the biggest change we make as addicts is to put the drugs away and change that behavior and get clean and not rely on them to get us through the day or make us feel better or numb us so that we don't feel anything. That's a very, very big change, which is the most profound in my opinion, because it's not easy giving up drugs. I mean, anybody else that has tried can sit here just as I am and tell you it's not easy. You don't, as an addict, you don't just get up one morning and say, okay, no more heroin. Done. Alright, no more benzos. Don't need them. Alcohol? We don't just walk away from that either. What do you mean I can't drink? Try me. Well, once we decide to make the change that we don't want those things in our lives, and we start doing the work, I won't say immediately because that's not the word I'm looking for, but sooner rather than later, we see how the change to give up drugs makes our lives better. And I know in early recovery, and I'm almost 2 years clean and I still struggle. You know, to be honest, I'm struggling now. And I'll talk about that next, but yes, in early recovery you struggle. You know, I've seen people that have 30 years clean go through struggle. That's life. There are going to be good and bad in everything, including life. And you just take the good with the bad. And when the bad comes, you work through it and you put your trust in something bigger than you that you will get through it. Maybe not the way you want, but the way it is intended to work out is how it will work out. But my struggle right now, my husband and I are living in a camper, and we have been all summer. We are looking for our own place, but where we live in a college town, that's not really easy because all of the rental properties are taken up by college students right now. So we do have something we are supposed to go look at tomorrow, and hopefully that works out. I am praying that it does, but if not, I will not give up the search. I will not give up trust that there is going to be something out there that we can find for a permanent living situation, because we live in Maine and it is starting to get colder. Give me just a minute. You know, it is starting to get colder, and we need to be thinking about finding a permanent place, because we're not going to be able to stay in this camper all winter long. That's just the brass tacks of it. Not gonna happen. You know, we won't have heat the way we do now, because my father-in-law is generous enough to let us be plugged into the power. We do pay on the bill. Don't get it twisted. We have become responsible people in recovery. Before, we would have said, power bill. Thrown it in the trash. We don't do that now, though. But that being the case, the camper is going to have to go back under cover, because where it's parked now, you can't leave it out in the winter like that, because it will get ruined by high winds and snow. And once that happens, we won't have the access to the electricity the way we do now, which means we would have to find alternate ways to heat this camper. And I'm sorry, but the heater has not been run in many, many years, and my father-in-law is pretty adamant that he doesn't want it run, because he's afraid there might be something wrong with it. There's probably not, is what we've said. There's probably not. But erring on the side of caution, which is the smart thing to do, is it hasn't been run in over 10 years. And short of having somebody come out and look at it, go through it, do whatever, charge a buttload of money that none of us have to pay, it's just better to not use it. That being said, back to, we won't have electricity, so what do? We're not going to stay out and freeze in, 20 below weather, and so we have to find a place of our own, which is what we are working on. I realize it's not going to be easy, but I'm not giving up hope that we will find somewhere. We will be all right. We will be safe, and I will continue to bring you content on my channel. I know I've been spotty at uploading stuff, and that's because of my own personal issues that I go through with depression and everything else. And if you saw yesterday's video, that was about sharing the good and the bad with people. And for me, what I have found I do is, when times are good, I usually come on and talk about it and, celebrate. And when times are bad, I generally start isolating. I don't put up content regularly, and I just basically lock everyone out. I build that concrete wall, and you're not getting in. I don't care what you got. Bring your wrecking ball, you ain't getting in. That thing is so reinforced, it's not even funny. But I know now that that's not the way I should handle things, and I am going to try to do better. I am going to try to come on and let y'all know when I'm struggling, what's going on. I'll be so glad when fly season is over. But anyways, that's the basic gist of it, is I'm going to try to do better, and I'm going to try to come on and at least do the Just for Today readings for you guys more regularly and keep you updated on what's going on with me. Alright. If you've been so generous to click on this video and watch it, I thank you very, very much. Don't forget to like my video. I don't say that in all my videos because I don't want to sound like I'm begging for likes, but if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and put your notifications on. That way you'll know when I do put a video up. Please stay safe out there. Wear a mask. I know you don't like the idea, but I say better safe than sorry. I don't like wearing it either, but I do have it and I do use it. And I urge you all to do the same. So, stay safe, stay clean and sober, whatever you do to maintain that. Love each other, love yourselves, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.